Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. Today's guest has sold millions of records, built an empire, and inspired generations of entrepreneurs. He is not only a hip-hop legend, he's a philanthropist, a businessman, and a pioneer who changed what ownership looks like in the music industry. He is now bringing together the iconic Cash Money and No Limit families for a tour celebrating the music, the culture, and the legacy they've created. Welcome to Chat with Chelsea, the legendary Master P.
Yes.
Now, I was just doing chopper style like this past weekend in a ball gown. I feel like if you were out in Houston and they don't play chopper style,
something wrong.
Something wrong. Cause
was you cutting up off that zone or what?
All the time. Like I just lift up the gown a little bit so I can get my leg in there.
Yeah.
It's a time.
Yeah.
Now you bringing a time to Houston.
Yeah.
You got the Cash Money No Limit tour coming.
Yes.
All right. So for decades, people have been debating Cash Money No Limit.
Yeah.
So why now? Why do this tour right now?
First, I got to know who you with.
Oh, nah, you're not gonna do that to me.
I'm just saying.
You sure right. Okay, I'm with No Limit.
All right. See, that's what I'm talking about.
No Limit soldier, baby.
Nah, but you know what? What's good about it, right? It don't matter because we all from New Orleans and we all successful. So I'm happy for that we can get on the stage together and turn up one more time because we lost Young Bleed this year. So this might be the last time you'll see all of us on the stage together. I see this as a New Orleans celebration in Houston where a lot of New Orleans people has came to after Hurricane Katrina. So you're gonna have a lot of Louisiana people here,
Facts.
a lot of Houston people here. I went to school here at the University of Houston, so to come here and celebrate, which when I do my biopic, it's gonna end in Houston.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
okay.
so on the stage in 1998 when I signed Snoop,
wow.
like it was probably one of the biggest concerts that a hip hop crowd has ever seen.
Yes.
And to be able to do that in Houston, that's why we wanted to start that off here. And I seen Scarface on the plane the other day. He was like, P, man, September 11th, me and Willie D, I said, we gonna come out here and come on celebrate with us, man, because, you know, Rap-A-Lot Records opened a lot of doors that I seen when I was, you know, out here in Houston. You know, I'm like, man, I seen what those guys did, and I'm like, I could do it. So hopefully, by us doing this for so long, the next generation say, man, the Pete was able to be successful coming from the project and to sell 100 million records. That ain't nothing but God. And so hopefully that inspired the next generation to go and chase their dreams and their goals.
Yes, I love that. I love what you're bringing here. September 11th again, y'all mark your calendars, get those tickets.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want that next generation to also understand about healthy competition?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a competition oftentimes.
Yeah, it's always going to be competition.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an athlete. I grew up playing basketball. But we can coexist on the stage together. All this beefing and all that stuff, like we grown.
Yeah.
And so let's go get this money, show the next generation how to go get the bag. And that's what this is about. And a good thing about this, right? This is bigger than us because we bring in awareness to mental health. And a lot of people look like us have been dealing with that and they never got the proper help. And they've been self-medicating. August is Mental Health Month. So this is definitely a great time to when you purchase a ticket, you're making a difference. So the Toyota Center is gonna be all camel. I wanna see the Toyota Center in Houston. I just want all camel. I want everybody to get their camo. You come out in camo, the best dressed camo outfit, I'm gonna give $1,000. So you know, whatever you spent on your ticket, you're gonna get it back and more anyway. So I'm hooking y'all up. I got the hookup.
Yeah.
It's time you come out there and represent, because think about it, I want this to look like a masquerade. I want this to be a camouflage masquerade.
Yes.
One more time for the streets, and then I'm going back to coaching basketball. So I was a basketball coach at the University of New Orleans and the president of basketball.
Okay.
So I get a chance to put on my soldier outfit and turn up with the whole Houston. and then go back to coaching.
Then you go. I mean, you can do what you want to do at this point.
Yeah.
I know people are always going to ask you to come back to the stage, but now y'all know this is your chance. You have some time to get your camo together and get it customized, to win this money. Whose idea was that to do the camo challenge?
You know what? I built my brand on camo. My grandfather fought in the war, and he always wore the camo jackets, and I made that a part of my brand. So, and I just love my fans. My fans are so loyal to this day, to know that I got so many fans out there that is gonna come and represent in Houston in the Toyota Center. Yes. So, you know, I tell people all the time, give people their flowers while they're here, not when they're gone. And that's what this is about, right? So we don't wanna hear how great people was when they not here.
Yeah, after the fact.
Yeah, think about it, right? Look at Nipsey Hussle, right? The same album he put out, he barely sold records on it. Yep. When he was gone, he sold 3 million copies.
Blew up.
The same album.
Yeah.
The same album. So I'm like, nah, man, let's celebrate each other while we here. And that's what this concert is about. We getting one more chance to relive the 90s. I'm gonna go crazy one last time for the streets. I'm gonna turn up, let you turn up. You gonna get out there and get body, and riding. So you could really act crazy that one last time.
Okay, all right.
And then you could go back and be corporate.
Okay. Say you can put your long dress back on. All right. I'll bring the camo and the shorts.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, since you're making me make hard choices and tough decisions today, what city do you think is gonna bring the most energy?
You know, we started in Houston because we know that Houston is, I mean, they're gonna bring the energy here. We know that. Yeah. New Orleans gonna bring the energy. I mean, I could go on and on. We got so many cities.
Okay.
I got fans all over the world, but the ones that the shows that we're gonna be at, I mean, Kansas is gonna bring the energy. Atlanta's gonna bring the energy, but we're gonna crank it out in Houston.
All right, y'all heard it here first. Houston was the first city he named, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta take a quick commercial break. Y'all stay about it, don't change that channel. We'll be right back after this. We are here with rap royalty and business icon, Master P.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about, like, you wanted to do this tour because this is the time you have, you know, all these people to get together while we still have them.
Yes.
Was there a time when you really felt like you were faced with your own mortality as an adult?
Yeah.
I know as a kid you got electrocuted, and but as an adult, like, I go to the doctor, they're like, better watch that cholesterol.
Yeah.
And it's like suddenly, oh, I really do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think as you growing up and you get older, like, you don't realize that time is constantly moving. So it's like people tell me, hey, you know, they got guys want to challenge me in basketball. I'm like, man, I'm not about to play basketball and get hurt. It's going to take me 8 more months to heal. Like, I got this tour, you know, maybe a couple years ago I would have went at you. You know that. But I'm like, nah, let me do what I do. You know, so you always gonna have adversity. You always gonna have people that's gonna try you because they feel like, oh, you ain't as, you know, active as you used to be. But nah, I got the No Limit vitamins.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Health is wealth, you know what I'm saying? So we still getting rowdy, you know what I'm saying?
Take your vitamins every day. Okay.
Yeah, because health is wealth.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
when did you really decide that? Was it when you were getting into the wellness space? Like, you like, this is something that people really need to know?
I think that too, but also just having kids. My son played basketball for the University of Houston, and just being around him and knowing that, you know, I used to beat him all the time in basketball, but you know, now he's so good, I'm like, you know what, let me just coach him, passing the ball.
Got it.
So,
like, I'm gonna sit over here.
Yeah, because, you know, I used to be tough on him when he was, you know, smaller. It's just different. So, and I feel good about it. But you know, any parents, any people that are getting older, don't be afraid to get older, because, you know, a lot of us died young and still are dying young. So I'm like, nah, man, appreciate the blessings that you have. You woke up in the morning, you blessed.
Yes, amen.
Yeah.
And especially as a parent,
Yes.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're reminded every day of those
So think
blessings.
about 100 years from now, nobody gonna remember none of us.
That's not something I want to think about. But
Yeah, but you gotta, this the truth.
But it is the truth.
We don't want to deal with the truth, no matter what you've done. Like, think about it. Nobody was talking about Michael Jackson till the movie came out. And that was one of the biggest stars in the world. So that's always my reality.
Has that reality changed how you operate nowadays?
Yeah, because think about it. I mean, who want to be around people faking that just, you know, when it's good, they love you. If you tell them no, they don't like you. But, you know, if you lose in a business deal, it's your business. But if you win, it's our business. So, you know, I mean, how crazy is that,
It's
right?
wild out here.
And they don't want to get up early in the morning, but they want everything you got. And people want to do the comparison thing. I'm like, nah, God, thank you that I'm able to be a kingdom builder and a servant, but I also, you know, come from the project. So when you see my movie, The Only God Can Judge Me, Masterpiece Story, it's a faith-based street movie.
Okay.
So we bringing the streets to church. So now, because think about it, God took murderers and prostitutes and took them to heaven.
Yeah.
So you can't judge me, only God could judge me. And so my thing is, the churches need to see that I was an altar boy growing up. I had to make decisions and choices in my life. Some of them was good, some of them was bad. I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. But I want these kids to know that we deserve second chance. Because look, I got a second chance, and look at me now.
Yeah.
So imagine all the kids that we forgetting about, even the churches forgetting about, that has good hearts, but probably in a bad, that, so you put those seeds in the wrong soil and it don't grow. So we got to put them seeds in some good soil so they could grow.
Yes. At what point did your relationship with God change? Like, you know, a lot of us grew up in the church. We had that go to church on Sunday relationship. But at a certain point, it seems like it changed for you, where you like, I'm really about this life. Yeah,
because I know I couldn't have did this without God. I always told God, if you help me get my grandmother a house, I'm going to give you the glory. And I was able to get my grandmother 2 houses before she died. And I've been giving God the glory ever since. So, you know, like, that's why I say, you think you know my story, you have no idea. So I was an altar boy, and walking back through that project, I had to fight just because I was an altar boy. Just because I went to a Catholic school. So, you know, like my hand, I was electrocuted, you know, in my feet, and it came out my hand. And everybody thought I was gone. But, you know, my grandmother was a praying grandmother. And I feel like God spared my life for a reason. I'm supposed to be doing something. And so I'm here doing it. And I feel like if I could help the next generation and show them my story, and they see everything I've been through. Like, so I lived in a 3-bedroom project with 16 people. So I didn't have a bed when I was younger. So I got out and worked for it. And I said that, you know, I'm going to get out here and change this for me. And I'm not going to point the finger. So I never was mad at my grandparents or my parents because we grew up poor. I say, no, I need to change this. And so that's why I give God the glory, because I was able to do that. I was able to change it, and for them. So it never was about me, and I don't work for money. Anything I do, I got to love it. So that's why this tour is so important, because I want to show our culture that we can come on this stage together. You know, no limit in cash money, and represent for the city of New Orleans. And kick this off in Houston, because nobody was expecting to see this. They say this would never happen. But that's why we can't be afraid to grow up. So you're not gonna stereotype me for who I used to be. You know, just think about who I am now, and what I'm doing to make this better. Because think about it, right? We don't own nothing. So as black people in America, we spend $2 trillion, the most spending of people, and we just consumers.
Yeah, who are we giving that money to?
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. All right, we're gonna talk more about the ownership thing.
Yeah.
But we gotta take another break, pay some bills. We'll be right back after this.
Come back to me.
Welcome back. We got Master P in the hot seat right now.
Yes.
I mean, it's comfortable, you know.
Well, I'm in a hot seat.
I mean,
like, you act like we cooking gumbo or something.
we can. You gonna come back and cook some gumbo?
I'm gonna come back
with
and
us?
cook some gumbo for you.
Okay, I would love that.
Some New Orleans gumbo
Yes.
in Houston.
Okay, all right. We bringing that for season 3.
No, you make me feel like I'm back at college because, you know, that's what we used to do.
I love
In Houston, I went to
yes.
school out here. It's like, you know what? They say, Pete, can you cook gumbo? I'm like, because I'm from New Orleans, I know how to cook gumbo, but I do know how to cook gumbo.
You're like, oh, you stereotyping me, but yes, I do know how to cook. We were talking about, you know, ownership in business. I mean, you really just changed the game when you were starting out. I mean, you were in the game already, but you turned down $1 million offer so that you could own your own thing.
Yeah.
What do you think people don't understand when it comes to ownership still nowadays?
Well, people do deals while they're desperate. And I was desperate. My grandfather told me never do a deal when you're desperate. And so I only had $500 in my pocket. And I get out there to go do this deal with Jimmy Iovine. And he told me, I'm going to give you $1 million. He signed the check. But when I read the contract, it said they was going to own all my rights for 7 years. I couldn't use my name. And I'm like, man, this don't make sense.
Yeah.
To me, that's why education is so important. They was gonna give me that $1 million and it was over. And so I started thinking, if somebody don't know me and they offer me $1 million, how much am I worth? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And so when I got that type of thinking and mindset, I'm like, oh man, I'm gone. He's like, no, you ain't gonna get a deal nowhere else in this time. Well, you gotta be able to turn down a deal.
Yes.
You know, everybody's thinking, no, this deal is going to turn my life, change my life. But what about turning down that deal if it's not right?
Ooh, that's a hard fact for people to face.
Yeah, because think about it. It's hard because you just want to pay bills. So they know if I'm worth all that money, but if I take this deal for $1 million, I'm going to pay a couple bills and I'm going to be right back at the mercy of them, right?
Yeah, and people also have to be able to be willing to bet on themselves, which a lot of people aren't willing to do.
Well, but guess what? People just want to be pampered. They don't want to work. So that's a difference. And like I told you earlier, right? You got to have a why.
Yeah.
You know, I told you my why was I wanted to get my grandmother out the ghetto and get her a house. And so most people don't have no why. They just doing it because I'm going to party. I want to go to the club. I want to buy me a nice car. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm about to change this. I'm tired of being poor. I'm tired of my family being poor. You know, and I couldn't change the conditions when I was younger, but now I'm in a position to where I have talent, I have something that the culture and people want, then I gotta be able to deliver this the right way. And if I deliver this the right way, then we all gonna be able to eat off of it.
And you expanded beyond music.
Yes.
I mean, we got snacks, we got weather, we got everything. So what's the latest? What's the latest thing that we're getting into that we're launching, or something that you drawing up right now that we can look out for?
I'm working on Miller Families Foods, because a lot of people told me, you know, even with the cereal, you know, you got sugar in your cereal. I said, well, Fruit Loops got sugar in their cereal. Why y'all still buying it? But our culture want me to make healthy cereal. So I said, okay, well, Miller Family Foods is coming. I'm going to give you guys healthy cereal, but you better go buy it. Because y'all still buying Fruit Loops and all the rest of this stuff. So let me give them a healthy alternative, which it's been good. And I think that we got to stop looking at each other like that, because we always turn out the things that we do, because we don't think that we can have a successful company because it's black owned. I say, no, you can. I mean, it's an imbalance to where we at the bottom, right? We need more black ownerships in companies and corporations, but we got to make products for everybody. So I make products for blacks, white, Asian, Latino, Indians, everybody. So but we do need to have products owned by us. And that's the movement that I'm out there to say, if I could do it, you could do it. If I get on, then we could put 10, 20 more people on, then y'all put 20, 30 more people on. And the next thing you know, we got a lot of black-owned products on these shelves that we selling to everybody. Yeah.
But you also have a different kind of work ethic, I'll say. It's on a whole other level. How do you teach that to someone? You've even mentored Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
But I can imagine you've mentored other people who have not made it to that level. Is it just they are lacking that work ethic, or is just everybody you didn't talk to that made it?
Yeah, so the thing is, right, you can't work for money. What I love, what I was able to do with Snoop. Snoop was a student. So think about the student is gonna turn to the teacher eventually. So you gotta be a good student first. I was a good student. I watched other people that were successful before me. And so what I love, what happened with me and Snoop, right? Snoop watched.
Yeah.
So Snoop went from Death Row Records that didn't want to pay him, got with me, got paid, blew up, took it to a whole nother level, went back and brought Death Row Records. I mean, that's because he was a good student, and now he's a great teacher.
Yes.
And so that's what this is about, like knowledge and information, we gotta pass that down if we're gonna bridge the wealth gap.
I love it. All right, we gotta take another break.
Yeah.
Oh, man, pay all these bills. We gotta
You gotta pay, you gotta pay the
gotta
bills.
pay the bills. All right, we'll be right back after this. Master P.
I've got the feeling. Come back.
I hate to say goodbye to Master P, but it has been a pleasure having you
Nah,
here.
it's been good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's remind the folks where to get the tickets. Y'all gotta go to Ticketmaster.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
to Ticketmaster, go to Toyota Center, because like I said, this is for a bigger cause than us. This is about bringing awareness to mental health, and every time you purchase a ticket, you're making a difference.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna turn up
We
one
gonna
more
turn
time.
up, period.
We're gonna put the soldier outfit on.
Yes, okay, so y'all have a little bit of time to get your camo ready,
Yeah,
okay? Get
yeah.
it together, okay? We gonna represent. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming on Chatting with Chelsea. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Nothing
for
but
having
love.
me.
Can't wait to
Yes.
see the
And
tour.
get you a mug.
Yes, we gonna
She
get
got
Dr.
a business. She
P a
done
mug.
started a business.
Yes. All right, guys. Follow us on YouTube, Chat with Chelsea. Subscribe, like, let us know how much you like this episode as well. On social, Chelsea Fox 26. We'll see you on the next Chat with Chelsea.
Got the feeling.
Yeah.